dear friends, welcome back to the channel. Very good afternoon to you guys all out there, wherever you are. On the continent of Africa, in Europe, in America, in Canada, Australia, or right in Southeast Asia. Guys, it is a beautiful, beautiful, hot Tuesday afternoon. Well, later tonight, Champions League semi-final, Arsenal are playing host to PSG. Well, I am still waiting to know exactly what your expectations are on that game. But listen, that is not up for discussion right now. Quickly, I want to talk briefly on this player, Nketiah. Nketiah is a Ghanaian by nationality, British by birth, like most players. This guy, when he was very young, Ghana began to scout him, pleading with him to come and join and play for Ghana Black Stars. I mean, to play for his national team. As a Ghanaian born in the UK, he claimed to be a British. We've done everything possible to convince him to play for us. He refused. In actual fact, he played for England, lower teams. They're under 17, they're under 20 of England. Now, as he kept waiting and waiting for the call-up to the senior national team, and they are not giving him that call-up, guess what? He's now claiming he's ready to play for Ghana. Nketiah has now agreed to respond to Ghana's call if the opportunity comes to play for the Black Stars. I disapprove of it. I disapprove of it. I don't want. Nketiah, we don't want you. When we saw this guy in his real prime, it was with Arsenal. What is it that Ghana did not do? Try to convince this guy to play for Ghana. You refused. You rejected every offer, waiting for English call-up. Now that opportunity is missed, you saying what? Waiting for the call. Should Ghana call you? We will not even. I'll be very, very displeased. I don't have the power, but I'll be very displeased to see him play where they just say to play for Ghana. Honestly. You see, guys, whether you are a Nigerian or any part of Africa you are from, we need to stop these players taking us for granted. We are not a dumping ground for rejected ones. We are not a dumping ground for all these players that are being rejected by Europe. They will choose to play for Europe. They want to play for Europe. And at a time that the so-called country of birth rejects them, then only they want to turn to us in Africa for their own parochial interest. It is time Africans or African national teams, it's time we begin to carry ourselves with pride. You can imagine this guy playing for Ghana right now. A player that was rejected by England. Not that he doesn't have the quality. He has a quality to play for Ghana. He has a quality to represent Ghana. He has a quality to even play in the first team. Looking at the current setup we have. Okay? The only striker we have right now is Semenyo, right? Antoine Semenyo. Then one other new guy that just came up. But I will not be happy to see him play for Ghana because he rejected us before. Not just once. Anyway, let's move on. Guys, Carlo Ancelotti has agreed to become Brazil coach this summer. Real Madrid exits to be finalized before the Club World Cup. I think somewhere last week we heard that this month he'll be departing from Real Madrid this month. I'm not too sure how true that report is. But Xabi Alonso is keen to take over from him. No formal release clause, but Leverkusen won't stand in his way. Compensation expected to be around £10 million plus if all goes to plan. Yes. And Ben Jacob reports that Ancelotti to hold talks with Real Madrid to finalize his exit with the Brazilian Football Federation, confident of appointing the 65-year-old. Ancelotti now is finally going to a national team, Brazil. Italian to Brazil national team. Well, we wait to see how that pans out. For some time now, the Brazil national team seems not to be, on top as they used to be. They've not been that dominant in the past 2 or 3 years. No, they've fallen down the pecking in national team ranking. Maybe Ancelotti will help to revive the fortunes of Brazil. Yeah, it's not as if they don't have the players. Brazil, they still have good quality players. You just can't tell or understand. I think right from the Qatar World Cup, that was when their problems started. Well, I hope Ancelotti can get them back to their normal strength level. Yes. Chelsea are reportedly aiming to sign Dean Hodgson and McGuire in the summer transfer window. Chelsea plan to sign 2 new centre-backs ahead of next season. And among the most appreciated profiles are Hodgson and Gueye, per the report we've received. As a matter of fact, the transfer news that are coming up, I can't even mention all the players. Just this afternoon, it came up again that Rogers from Aston Villa, right? He's also one of the players. Names kept coming up. Names here and there. Listen, what we know is that we needed 3 players: a striker, a left winger, right-footed player, and a central defender. Right now, we are being told 2 central defenders. One, because of Wesley Fofana's situation. So we need a replacement for Fofana, as well as, a standout performer in that defense. And we also know very well, like I pointed a few days ago, about 3 of our central defenders are leaving. Chalobah is one player that personally I would have loved Chelsea to keep. But hey, these guys already, they sell for the money. These guys, they sell for the money. Yeah. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Many players, including Gittins, Chelsea are planning a move to sign Johnny Gittins before the Club World Cup as well. And it's possible they could sell Jadon Sancho to Dortmund as part of the deal. I am not thinking so. I don't think so. What I'm thinking Chelsea want to do is rather negotiate a deal with Dortmund over Nketiah for Gittins. That is what Chelsea want to do. Getting Gittins is like a replacement for Modric. That left flank cannot be, monopolized by only Sancho or one player. Pedro is very good in it. We saw Noni Madueke also playing there, in our last game. But you see, Noni's position is actually the right side. He was comfortable on the left side, against Fulham, right? Our last game, Everton. He was very comfortable from that left side, cutting in with the right foot. Yes. But I think with Pedro Neto also good in that right side. Noni and Pedro Neto at the right side. Sancho and another player, which I want to believe is going to be Gittins, on the left. Or they could switch it anyhow. Noni could sometimes play from the left and Pedro from the right in some games. All right? That is what I expect. So Noni Madueke, seeing him, I was so happy about his performance playing from the left. But Gittins, if Chelsea are going for him, it will not be Sancho going to Dortmund. It's going to be a trade in between Nketiah for Gittins. That is what I suspect right there. Ladies and gentlemen, Christopher Nkunku has known since last summer that he could leave Chelsea. And he almost actually departed last January. Yes. But this summer, he will almost certainly depart Stamford Bridge. That is my understanding. Yeah. As it stands, the information we are receiving is that a move within Europe his most likely option. But his people are in touch with clubs in England, including Arsenal, that are interested. Including Arsenal, Liverpool, Man United, Newcastle, Aston Villa, and Tottenham are all showing interest in the player. So Christopher Nkunku is not lacking market at all. No. He's still a hot player within Europe. Christopher Nkunku, he's still a hot cake within England itself. Dear friends, quickly, it is hot in the afternoon. Before I let you go, Chelsea will fly out tomorrow to Sweden. Yes, tomorrow Wednesday, we the day that we're flying out to Sweden for our game, our Conference League game on Thursday. And the players, as you can see on your screen, taking part in training earlier today. Yeah, in training earlier today. They are all about to fly out to Sweden tomorrow Wednesday. Training session at Stockholm Arena from 6:15 p.m. UK time tomorrow. Once they touch down, they will have their first training 6:15 p.m. UK time. So if you're in Africa, you have to check. I think Nigeria should be around 7:15 or so p.m. That'll be the training time for the players in Sweden. Stockholm tomorrow. Stockholm Arena tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, what else? It is what it is. It is what it is. Remember, tonight is Arsenal PSG at the Emirates. What are your expectations? Well, for me, there's only one team that I want. Arsenal can go to the final, but winning the trophy is where I am not seeing them winning the trophy. Don't tell me I'm against us. I'm Chelsea fan, and there's only one club I know in London. I'll see you guys in the next one when you see me. Shalom and peace.